In today's video, we're diving into 10 of the most useful Tesla features that every single owner should know about, features that can take your driving experience to the next level. So whether you just got your Tesla and are still flipping through the owner's manual, or you've been driving one for several years like myself, chances are there are still a few hidden gems that you're not taking full advantage of. Let's get into it. All right, so the first feature that I think many Tesla owners tend to overlook is really dialing in your real driving range with the energy application. So what really does this mean? Well, instead of just showing you a generic number, the energy app actually gives you real-time and projected energy use across 4 different tabs: the drive, consumption, park, and trip tab. The trip tab is especially useful because it's going to compare your predicted range versus your actual usage along a given route. And the best part, well, it's way more accurate than the default range that's displayed on your status bar. That default number is based on EPA testing, not your personal driving habits or current conditions outside of the vehicle. So it often doesn't match reality. But when you use the energy dashboard, well, it factors in your unique driving style and even environmental details like elevation changes, the wind, and temperature. So that means that you can actually plan ahead for longer trips and get pinpoint accuracy during your daily drives. Getting into a Tesla is usually pretty simple, but if you want to make it even easier on your back and knees, or if you're just more cautious about your health overall, then setting up an easy entry driver profile can be a great option. So here's how it works. You first create your normal driving profile, then check the Use Easy Entry box. And with that enabled, your Tesla will automatically move the seat and steering wheel to a more open position when you get in and out of the vehicle. And then it'll return everything back to your proposed driving position as soon as you press the brake. So since most Teslas connect to your phone key or key card, you can link those to your profile as well. And that way the car always recognizes you and adjusts to the correct settings automatically. It's far more comfortable than trying to squeeze in with your normal driving position that's often closer to the steering wheel, and it saves you from constantly having to readjust the seat manually. Next up is something a lot of Tesla owners already do, but plenty still don't for some reason, and I'd highly recommend starting as soon as possible. So instead of just plugging in your car whenever you need to, set up a charging schedule. It makes charging cheaper, way more efficient, and just better for your battery overall in the long run. So to set this up, go to Controls, Schedule, and from here you can create charging windows by location. The car will then combine any overlapping schedules and automatically figure out the best start time so that it hits your target charge right when you want it to. The real advantage here goes far beyond just saving you the effort of plugging in at random. By scheduling, you can line up charging with off-peak electricity hours, which usually means lower costs for you as well. You'll also be charging at cooler times of the day, most likely, right, overnight, reducing stress on both your battery and the HVAC system. Over a week or two, it's not a big deal, but compounded over years, this can have a notable impact on the health of your battery. One thing to note as well, scheduled charging doesn't work at superchargers, of course. So when you're on the road, you'll still need to plug in and charge as usual. But at home, it's really a game changer. So bottom line, if you're not using this feature yet, it is definitely one to start taking advantage of. Hey, quick note here to mention today's video sponsor, myself. There's no sponsor for today's video, but if you'd like to support my work, make sure to check out the links down below in this video's description over to my Amazon storefront to get some great accessories for your brand new Tesla vehicle. I get a tiny kickback for you purchasing some of those great accessories. Also, if you're picking up a new Tesla, check out my $5 delivery day checklist, link down below in this video's description. All right, while we're on the topic of scheduling, another feature you'll definitely want to use is scheduling your departure and preconditioning. This ensures that you always start your Tesla with a warm battery and a comfortable cabin temperature. So the way it works is that if you set up a daily departure time, which is perfect if you do have a regular commute and schedule, the vehicle will automatically preheat the battery and cabin in advance for you. On top of that, you can line it up with those off-peak charging hours so that the car finishes right before you do end up leaving, and schedule that preconditioning, giving you the ideal charge while also helping reduce long-term battery degradation. The best part about all of this though is that preconditioning also works even when your Tesla is not plugged in. So if you are traveling or on a road trip, you can still have your car warmed up and ready to go. The only catch is that you'll need at least 20% battery to run this feature, so just be mindful of that. All right, the next features I'd highly recommend that you check out and get familiar with are Tesla's different climate modes. There is keep climate on, dog mode, and then camp mode. They're all very similar in how they work, but each one is designed for a specific use case. So it's worth knowing which mode is best for your situation. To note, you'll find all of these on the climate screen while your car is parked. Starting with keep climate on, this does exactly what it sounds like. It keeps your set temperature running even when you step away and out of the vehicle, so that your cabin stays warm or cool without the car technically still being on per se. This is perfect for if you're, say, running errands in winter and you want to keep the vehicle's cabin at, say, 23 degrees while you're in Costco for 45 minutes and reducing the car getting down to a low temperature. Dog mode takes that one step further. Not only does it maintain the temperature, but it also displays a big on-screen message showing the current cabin temperature so that anyone walking by knows that your pet is safe inside. And third here, camp mode is the most versatile. It not only keeps the HVAC running, but also powers your USB and 12-volt outlets, and it keeps the screen awake. That makes it perfect if you're resting or sleeping in the car and still want access to all of the features without leaving the Tesla running per se. Now, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. You'll need at least 20% charge to activate all of these modes, though they can continue running below that. Next up, let's talk about one of the most underrated but super useful tools in your Tesla, being the left scroll wheel. A lot of owners don't realize just how customizable it actually is. And once you set it up, it can save you time while also keeping your eyes on the road because you're utilizing the left scroll wheel instead of looking on screen. So here's how it works. If you long press the left scroll wheel, a menu will pop up with a list of functions that you can assign to it. Things like opening the glove box, saving a dash cam clip, adjusting screen brightness, and a couple other options. From there, you can either set it to ask each time so that you get the menu whenever you press it, or a default shortcut if there's one function you know that you'll use the most. All right, let's circle back to Sentry mode, because while I mentioned it earlier, there's a lot more to this feature than most people realize. Think of it as your Tesla's built-in security system, designed to protect your car from break-ins, vandalism, or even suspicious activity altogether. You can enable it under controls, safety, and if you've got premium connectivity, you can even view a live camera feed straight from your Tesla app. That live view is probably the best part in my opinion. Not only do you get instant notifications for alarm level threats, but you can also check in on your Tesla anytime, anywhere. On top of that, as long as you have a USB drive installed, your Tesla will automatically record footage of smaller events and save them for later review. Some cars come with the USB pre-installed, but if yours doesn't have it for some reason, you got it secondhand, well, you'll need to just add one yourself. Just make sure that it's the right type and formatted correctly, otherwise the dash cam and Sentry recordings won't work. You can easily format the USB drive though directly on screen in your settings. Now this next one is more for fun than function, but it can definitely be useful as well. If your Tesla has the external pedestrian warning speaker, you can actually set a custom lock sound, meaning every time you lock your car, it can play whatever audio you choose. To activate it, head to Toy Box, Boombox, Lock Sound. From there, you can either pick one of Tesla's built-in sounds or even upload your own. If you want a custom sound, just create a .wav file, name it, it, say lockchime.wav, drop it into a USB drive and plug that into your Tesla. Once your car detects it, you can set it as your lock sound and make it totally unique. Next up is a feature that a lot of Tesla owners overlook as well, being the data that you can pull directly from the Tesla app. So if you go into the charging stats section of the app, you can see both your monthly and yearly usage broken down by where you charge, whether that's at home, at work, or even at superchargers. And what's really cool is that it doesn't just track your charging, it also compares your costs against what you would have spent on gas, using the average gas prices in your state, or you can even set it automatically. It's a great way to see how much you've saved and whether your Tesla is paying off the way that you expected. The key to getting accurate results here is making sure that your utility rates are also set up correctly. You can enter your provider, your peak and off-peak hours, and even seasonal rates if they do vary. And once that's dialed in, the app will show you exactly how much of your charging happens during peak times and highlight ways to save money by shifting to off-peak hours. It's a simple setup, but once you do it, this tool becomes a really powerful way to track savings and optimize your charging costs. Now, to wrap up the list, here's one that surprisingly few Tesla owners take advantage of as well, but they definitely should. If you want to get new features and fixes sooner through software updates, you can change your software update preference to advanced over standard. A lot of people assume Tesla rolls out software updates to everyone at the same time, but that isn't actually the case. If you go to Controls, Software, Software Update, Preferences, you'll see two options, Standard and Advanced. Switching to Advanced means your Tesla will receive updates as early as possible instead of waiting until later in the rollout cycle. Now, this isn't the same thing as Tesla's early access program, but it does put you at the front of the line for updates, whether it's brand new features or small bug fixes. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please take a second to leave it a like and subscribe to the channel. I post every single Saturday a brand new Tesla video. And if you want to support my work, you can check out the links down below in this video's description to check out all of the accessories over on my Amazon storefront, or get some of the best all-weather floor mats from 3W. My link down below has the best current savings that are available. And if you're picking up a brand new Tesla, check out my delivery day checklist for the Model 3 and Model Y, only $5, and can save you a ton of headaches. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.